give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Akakadash. In the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh, and the Son begot the Son, Ba'ashem, and then Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Pelican Hebrew, Ba'ashwakadash, the whole tongue. And I say Barak Thumb to the elders, for Akim on Akwaf, and I say Shalom. Out here once again on the highways and hedges of the G-Blessed Concourse, downtown Chicago, on this Monday afternoon, July the 15th, 2024. And the Wadi Yahweh Shemel Shai for giving us an opportunity and chance to come out here and do so. Lifting up the names of Yahweh Yahweh Shai and Barak Thumb to the elders, for Akim on Akwaf, as always, and I say Shalom. As we continue to shut down Babylon the Great, as well too the daughter of Babylon who ought to be destroyed. And we say Babal to the daughter of Babylon. Now I'm going to get into that Joel, the 3rd chapter. As we see in the wars and rumors of wars heating up, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom as well too. And it's heating up over there in the Battle of Jehoshaphat, which is how Shaphat. This is the prophet Joel, chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, Behold, in those days, in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, the Israelites. Verse 2, and I will gather all nations, bring them down to the Battle of Jehoshaphat, which is how Shaphat over there in Western Asia. And it says, and I will plead them for my people, and for my heritage Israel, where they have scattered among the nations. Right, and part of my land, part of the Lord's land, Jerusalem should be trodden down to the Gentiles be fulfilled, and Israel, where they be scattered among all the nations. And part of the Lord's land still to this day. Joel chapter 3 verse 3, they have cast lot for my people, like the Israelites. They have given a boy for a harlot, and so they grew up a wine that they might drink, like musket wine. So the Heavenly Father forgot about that. He would probably not his past. And he says, Joel chapter 3 verse 3, and they have cast lot for my people. They have given a boy for a harlot, and so they grew up a wine that they might drink. This is the prophet Joel chapter 3 verse 4. Yea, would have to do with me, O Tyre and Sidon, like those Hamitic nations, and on the coast of Palestine, those Ishmaelites. Will you render me a recompense, and if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, and I'll return recompense upon your own head. Right, so totally that recompense is definitely coming upon their own head, what they did to the children of Israel, from the 80 times all the way to them. Joel chapter 3 verse 5, because you have taken my silver and my gold and carried them into your temple, my good present things, right the apple of the Lord's eye, and Israelites of our forefathers. Joel chapter 3 verse 6, the children also of Judah, and the children of Jerusalem, right, Judah and Jerusalem, the Israelites, have you sold unto the Grecians, right, the Edomites, but they sold our forefathers, that you might remove them far from their border, right, far from their border still to this day. But we've been scattered among all the nations, yet to say we still in the land of our captivities. But Judah and Jerusalem were pressed together from the nations that had sold us, from our ancestors and forefathers all the way down to us. This is the prophet Joel, chapter 3 verse 7. It says, Behold, I'm raising up out of place where you had sold them. Now return the recompense upon your own head, right? So the recompense is definitely coming upon your own head, but it is the children of Israel still to this day. Joel 3 verse 8. It says, And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hands of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Samaritans, until people fall off from the Lord Yahweh has spoken. Right, so the Edomites, they're going to be in the hands of the children of Judah as slaves and servants and handmaids. But they shall sell them to the Samaritans, until people fall off from the Lord Yahweh has spoken. The prophet Joel chapter 3 verse 9. It says, this is the Gentiles. It says, that all men of war draw near, and let them come up. Right, that's what we're seeing that's taking place over there in Western Asia. Nuclear escalations and tensions are rising up over there in the area and throughout the whole planet Earth. And wars and rumors of wars increasing, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. And we're seeing what's taking place over there in the Korean Peninsula of North Korea versus South Korea, Japan, and the United States. And we're seeing what's taking place over there in the South China Sea. China versus Taiwan, and China getting closer and closer to invading Taiwan. And we're seeing what's taking place over there in the disputed territory islands, China versus the Philippines, right along with other nations, other Japhetic nations over there as well too, as they target the Moabite armies of China. As you got the United States and Australia and all those Japhetic nations going against China. It's heating up over there in that area, and we're seeing what's taking place. The Russia-Ukraine situation that's heating up. NATO versus Russia, the EU versus NATO, Russia versus the United States. So all these are heating up. And we are in that increasing of nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, wars and rumors of wars. And second world past, world third world coming. As it's heating up over there in the Battle of Jehoshaphat, which is how Shaphat. This is the prophet Joel, chapter 3, verse 10. It says, beat your plowshares and swords and flings and the spears, and let the weak say I'm strong. Right, let the weak say I'm strong with these armies of nations. And I can start to see them build up daily. And You're going to continue to see me strong now, some more than ever. Joel 3, verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come, all you heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither to cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord Yahweh. The prophet Joel 3, verse 12. Let the heathen be awakening and come up into the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there I will sit and judge all the heathen round about. That's why the Heavenly Father slowly but surely gathered the nations up over there in that area, throughout that whole region of Western Asia. He's going to increasingly build them up over there in that area, slowly but surely, as he's gathered them over there. He's pleading with them for his people, for his heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations apart his land still to this day. Joel chapter 3, verse 12. Let the heathen be awakened and come up into the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Jehoshaphat, Western Asia. But there I will sit and judge all the heathen round about. Right, so the Heavenly Father will sit and judge all the armies of the heathen nations. Joel 3, verse 13. Look ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe, come ye down, for the press is full, for the fast overflow, for their wickedness is great. The prophet Joel chapter 10, verse 14. It says, multitudes in the valley of the sea. For the day of the Lord Yahweh is there in the valley of the sea. Right, so the day of the Lord Yahweh is near in the valley of the sea. The valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh Shaphat. Joel 10, verse 15. It says, the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. This is the prophet Joel 3, verse 16. The Lord Yahweh shall roar out of Zion unto Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem. It says, and the heavens and the earth shall shake, but the Lord Yahweh be the hope of his people, and the strengthening of the children of Israel. Why? So we are the children of Israel. Joel 3, verse 17. So shall you know the honor of Lord Yahweh, your power dwelling in Zion, to Zion, in my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy. Right, actually Jerusalem, because Jerusalem is a people before us in place, and we represent Jerusalem. Not those small habits, but the actual Israelites. Zion to Zion, and the children of Israel, Judah and Jerusalem. It says, behold, and there shall no strangers pass through her anymore. Right, it's going to be no strangers pass through Jerusalem anymore. Joel 3, verse 18. And it shall come to pass in that day that the mountains shall drop down in new wine, and the hills shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters, and the fountains shall come forth. The house of the Lord shall water the valleys, etc. Joel 3, verse 19. It said, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. For the flocks against the children of Judah, because they had shed some blood in their land. Joel chapter 3, verse 20. It says, but Judah shall dwell forever in Jerusalem for generations to generations. The prophet Joel 3, verse 21. For I will cleanse that blood that I have not cleansed, for the Lord Yahweh dwelling in Zion to Zion. Now I'm going to switch it up and get into that Amos 8, verse 11. So that shows you that the Father, he's only in the midst of his people, his lives. So he's coming back to bring up his people, actual Israelites. Not no small habits, not no idea of Edomites, not all the nations complaining with only but the children of Israel. Amos 8, verse 11, switch it up. Switch up the topic as well, too. This Amos 8, verse 11. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread nor thirst for water, but the hearing of the words of the Lord Yahweh. Right, so it's going to be a famine of word for lack of bread, for lack of water, but the hearing of the words of the Heavenly Father Yahweh these times. Amos 8, verse 12. And they shall run from sea to sea, from the north even to the east, and they shall run to and fro to seek the words of the Heavenly Father Yahweh shall not find them. Right, so many shall run to and fro in these times, trying to seek the ways of the Heavenly Father, they shall not find them. Right, seeking the words of Yahweh, they shall not find them. Amos 8, verse 13. It says, in that day shall fair thirst to young men for thirst. And this is the prophet Ezekiel 33 and verse 33. It says, and when this come to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know a prophet has been among them. Right, so all these signs was to come to pass and be fulfilled, and then they shall know that was a prophet among them. And this is James 12 verse 1. This is the prophet Daniel 12, verse 1, and reads to the Holy Scriptures. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, who stand up for the children of thy people, like the Israelites. And there shall be a time of trouble as we approach it, such as never was since there was a nation. Even to the same time, at that time thy people shall be delivered, like the Israelites, and everyone shall be found written in the book. This is Daniel 12, verse 6. Right, the book of life of God, even to the time of the end, then shall run to and fro, now shall be to and fro, shall be increased. This is Daniel 12, verse 4. And thou, O things, shall be born, even to the time of the end. Then shall run to and fro, now shall be increased. Like then shall run to and fro, now shall be increased. And like the archangel, going to stand up for the children of my people, this is the Israelites. This is the prophet Jeremiah 28, verse 8. The prophets that have, it says, the prophets that have been It says the prophets that have been before thee of old, prophesied both against many countries and great kings of war, evil, and pestilence. Right, this is what we're out here prophesying about. Prophesying against great countries and great kings of war, evil, and pestilence. And these war, evil, and pestilence is going to continue to increase. Jeremiah 28, verse 9. It says, the prophets which prophesy peace in the word of the prophet shall come to pass. Then shall they know that a prophet has been truly sent, right, has been truly sent from the ancient times of our forefathers into modern day times. Just like I brought out that Ezekiel 38 verse Ezekiel 33 verse 33, I meant to say as well too. And this is the prophet Jeremiah 30 verse 1. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord Yahweh, saying, verse 2. Thus speak the words of the Lord Yahweh of Israel, saying, write all these words that I have spoken unto thee in a book. And this is the prophet Jeremiah 30 verse 3. Below the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel and Judah, saith the Lord Yahweh, right? Because we are Israel, we are Judah and Jerusalem, 12 tribes of Israel, Zion to Zion. And saith the Lord Yahweh, I will cause them to return to the land which I get to their fathers, and they shall possess it, right, from my ancestors and forefathers all the way down to heaven. But that land belongs to the children of Israel, and actually is not children. Jeremiah 30 verse 4. These are the words that the Lord Yahweh spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. Jeremiah 30 verse 5. But thus said the Lord Yahweh, Salakia, we had heard a voice of fear and of trembling and not of peace. Verse 6. Ask ye now, see whether a man does travail with child, wherefore do I see every man with his hands in his loins, as woman in travail, and all the faces are turned to bells. The prophet Jeremiah 30 verse 7. At last, for that day is great, so none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he should be saved out of it. So I don't want to rock side that will be saved during the time of Jacob's trouble as we enter in those times when it's going to full effect. Everybody's going to be full effective. So I don't want to rock side that will be saved during the time of Jacob's trouble. Now I'm going to get into that Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. For there is a time to seasons and every purpose of heaven. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1. So every Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1. So every day there is a season and a time for every purpose of heaven. Right, for there is a time to season and every purpose of heaven. So we're definitely in the time of seasons of these increasing biblical signs are increasing. And these prophecies come to pass to be fulfilled, and these increasing biblical signs that the biblical prophet is showing us. And we're living in increasing signs of war, evil, and pestilence. So we're definitely are in those times of season. And this is what we're out here prophesying about. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 2. And a time to be born, and a time to be a he, and a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted from Salakia. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 3. And a time to kill, and a time to heal, and a time to break down, and a time to build up. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 4. And a time to weep, and a time to laugh, and a time to mourn, and a time to dance. Verse 5. And a time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together, and a time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 6 agrees to the Holy Scripture. It says, and a time to get, and a time to lose, and a time to cast away. Right, it says verse 6, and a time to get, and a time to lose, and a time to keep, and a time to pass away. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 7. And a time to reign, and a time to sow, and a time to recite, and a time to speak. Right, so we are definitely living in a time to speak of these increasing prophecies coming to pass and fulfilled, and these increasing war, evil, and pestilence. This is what we're prophesying and speaking about. And why Shah continue to put that spirit on us to speak about it and prophesy about it, of war, evil, and pestilence. So we definitely are in those times speaking about it, of this very important matter, these modern times of the signs and times that we are in. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 8. And a time to love, and a time of HATE, and a time of war, and a time of peace. Right, so we're definitely living in a time of HATE, lawlessness, and sins ramping up. We're definitely living in a time of war as well too, war, evil, and pestilence. And it's increasing of wars and rumors of wars, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. So we are in those times. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9. The thing that has been is that which shall be, and that's which is done, and which shall be done. There's no new thing on the sun. Right, so there's no new thing on the sun, because these are the modern days of Noah. This is modern day Babylon. This is modern day Egypt. This is modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. This is the modern days of Lot. And just like the prophets of old, they prophesying against great countries and great kingdoms of war, evil, and pestilence. That's what's taking place in modern day times as well too. We're prophesying against great countries of war, evil, and pestilence. So there's no new thing on the sun. This is Ecclesiastes 1 verse 10. Is there anything wherefore it may be said, see, this is new and have been already of old time, which was before us? This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 11. It reads to the Holy Scriptures. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall be eating remembrance of things that should come after time. I'm going to read verse 8 again of Ecclesiastes, the third chapter. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 8. And a time to love, right? Time to love coming back into the ways of the Father as Israelites. And a time to HATE, lawlessness, iniquity is ramping up, like it says in 1 John 3 verse 4, who said will put transgress the law also committed sin. Matthew 24 verse 12, because iniquity shall abound, the love of which rise low. And a time for and a time of peace. And whose mind that stayed on the Most High should keep them in perfect peace. So these are modern day signs and times that we are in, you know. This is Isaiah 13 and verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which they should not regard as silver, and as for gold, they should not delight in it. Right, so the Medes is Medes, which is the Russians, going against the daughter of Babylon. And as for gold and silver, they should not delight in it. That's why I'm saying Russia versus the United States is heating up. Now so more than ever, and it's going to heat up more and more and more. Hey, the water is going to shine. And it makes perfect sense. You know that Ezekiel 38 verse 4, as the Heavenly Father continues to put the hooks and back to these jaws of these Russians to be in that warlike mindset. That's what we see. Isaiah 17 and verse 1, the burden of Damascus, behold, Damascus is taken away from being a city that shall be as a rural heat. Right, Damascus of Syria is taken away from being a city shall be as a rural heat. Due to the as places are heating up on both sides, the borders of Israel and the borders of Syria. That's why I'm seeing it's a war zone torn country over there in that area. And this is the prophet Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. This is Ezekiel chapter 38 and verse 1. It says, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Ezekiel 38 verse 2, Son of man, set thy face against Gog and Magog, and the three princes of Meshach and Tubal. Right, so we are the sons of the true living power. Yasharala is the prince of power. We setting our face against Gog and Magog in modern day time, just like the prophets of old did. Ezekiel 38 verse 2, Son of man, set thy face against Gog and Magog, and the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal prophesied against him. While we were prophesying against the bear, which represents the Russians of Gog and Magog, and the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Ezekiel 38 verse 3. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh thy power, behold, I am against thee, O God, and the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Right, still to this day. Ezekiel 38 verse 4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth with all thy army, horse and horsemen. All of them, it says, all of them with a great company of buckled shields, all of them handling swords. Right, so Russia is going to be in that warlike mindset as the Heavenly Father put that hooks and backs in the jaws of these Russians to be in that warlike mindset. As we see in the Russia-Ukraine situation is intensifying now so more than ever, which is this third or fourth year of this war, the Russia-Ukraine situation. And we're seeing the EU versus NATO, Russia versus NATO, Belarus and Russia versus NATO, Russia versus the United States, Russia going against other enemies, especially over there in Syria. You have proxy wars for those enemies as Russia teaming up with the Syrian armies. So that shows you that Russia is doing a lot of military wars in that warlike mindset. As the Heavenly Father putting the hooks and back to the jaws of these Russians to be in that warlike mindset now, so more than ever. Ezekiel chapter 38 verse 5, it says, Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, with all of them will shield of him. Right, Iran is Elam, Ethiopia, Libya, with all of them will shield of him. And these the nations Russia had, and then encounter with, to building up their military alliance, to building up their economic alliance against their adversaries, because they have one common enemy. Ezekiel chapter 38 in verse 5, Persia, Iran, Elam, Ethiopia, the Cushites, Libya, all of them were shielded him. And these are the same nations Russia did that military exercise shows with, to building up their military cooperations with them. Ezekiel 38 verse 6, as it's heating up over there in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, so it makes perfect sense. As you have in the nations who target those IDF Edomites and those United States Army Edomites as well too. And Russia is going to be guarded for these nations as it's heating up over there in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. This is over there in Western Asia. As nuclear escalations is up at an all-time high, it's only going to increase more and more and more as we are in those times. We are in the times of the increasing of wars and rumors of wars, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. From a military war standpoint, Ezekiel 38 verse 6, it says, Gomer and all his bands about to Torgamore of the north quarters, and all his bands, many people with him. right, Gomer over there in Iraq and Syria, going against the Turkish arms, against the YPG and the PKK. I believe it's a news article that just recently came out. The Turkish armies, they in the process to stop escalation against the PKK and say the Kurdistan arms. But that's not going to stop the Turkish armies going against the Kurdistan armies. That's not going to stop them. Ezekiel 34:6. It says Gomer and all his bands, the house of Totem, all other northwards, and all his bands and many people with him. Ezekiel 38:7. Be thou prepared for thyself. All like serving unto thee, be thou a God unto them. Right, so Russia is going to be a God to these nations. I agree, it's Ethiopia, living in Turkey, and so forth and everything. Now, this is the prophet Ezekiel 39 verse 1. It says, therefore, thou the son of man, prophesy against God, and say, thus saith the Lord of the house, behold, I am against thee, O God, and the chief prince of Luke chapter 2 law. Ezekiel 39 verse 2. It says, I will turn thee back and leave but the sixth part of thee, and I will cause thee to come up from the north parts. And I will bring thee upon the mountains of Israel. Ezekiel 39 verse 3. And I will smite thy bow out of thy left hand, and I will cause thy arrows to fall out of thy right hand. Time. It's Luke 21 verse 9. And this is the book of Luke 21 verse 9. It reads, it says, but when you shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not, and by and by. Right, so these wars and commotions are only going to continue to increase, and we're not going to be terrified of these things because we're going to know it as being the servants and prophets of the Heavenly Father. And what that says in James 12 verse 4, knowledge shall be increased. Hey, Isaiah 33 verse 6. It's Luke 21 and verse 10. It says, then say he unto them, nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Right, so you're going to have one nation within itself rising up against one another. Then you're going to have one nation rising outside of their nation, rising up against another nation. Then you're going to have one kingdom within itself rising up against one another. Then you're going to have one kingdom rising up against another kingdom. So nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and against them. Luke 21 verse 11. It says, a great earthquake shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence and frequent sights and works shut up from heaven. Right, so these are increasing earthquakes in diverse places, the high magnitude of the earthquakes in diverse places, and the increasing famines and pestilence and plagues and frequent sights and works shut up from heaven. Now I'm going to bring out that Romans 13. And this is Romans 13 verse 11. It says, and I know in the time that now is high time to wake out of sleep, right? The Israelites. For now is our salvation that we believe, right? So our salvation is near that we believe, so now is that time, high time to wake out of sleep, children of Israel. This Romans 13 verse 12, and not this far spent the days ahead, let us therefore pass out the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Right, so let us put on the armor of light as us Israelites, you know. And this is the book of Ephesians. Make sure everything good. What have I should show. Bring out this last scripture, then I'm gonna close it up. Why do you have Ashimel Shem? Yeah, this is Ephesians 5 verse 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Right, so we got to continue to be circumspect, not as fools, but as wise. Verse 16. Redeem the time because the days are evil. Right, so we got to continue to redeem the time because the days are evil. Verse 17. It says, therefore be ye not unwise, but understanding for the will of the Lord and how it is. Right, so be not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord and how it is. Verse 18. Ephesians 5 verse 18, it reads, it says, be not drunk with wine, but in excess, and be filled with the Spirit, right? Be filled with the Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Shah. It's Ephesians 6 verse 10. It says, finally, my brother, be strong in the Lord Yahweh and trust the power of his might, right? So trust the power of the might of the Heavenly Father. That's Israelites. This is Ephesians 6 verse 11. It says, put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that you be able to withstand against the wiles of deceit. Right, so we got to continue to put on the whole armor of Yahweh, so we withstand against the wiles of deceit. Hey, 1 Peter 5 verse 8. So, because you have certain decisions, you go around, you talk about some real man about. This Ephesians 6 verse 12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against the rulers of darkness of this world, and spiritual wickedness in high places, like spiritual wickedness in high places. Ephesians 6 verse 13, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that you may be to withstand the evil day and have done all to stand. Right, so be able to withstand the day as continue to put on the whole armor of Yahweh, and so on. Verse 14, standing therefore having your loins girded up about the truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness. Verse 15, and your feet shod with the preparations of the gospel of peace. Ephesians 6 verse 16, above all taking the shield of faith, wherewith you shall be patient all, so you may be perfection all the fire gospel of wickedness. Ephesians 6 verse 17, and taking the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh. Ephesians 6 verse 18, praying always with all prayer with supplication and watching their own too with preservations and supplication for the saints. Right, so with that, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out with the Spirit, power, grace, and mercy of Yahweh Yahushua on this July the 15th, 2024, on this Monday afternoon, downtown Chicago, and the Wadi Yahweh Hashem Yahushua for giving us an increasing opportunity chance to come out and do so, and lifting up the names of Yahweh Yahushua and the Wadi Yahweh Hashem Yahushua for that. As we continue to change down the order of our ultimate destroyer, that's the Psalms 137. And rock the gun to the elders from Aqua, as always, continue to lift up the names of Yahweh Yahushua. So with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Gosh, in the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh. This only begotten Son, by Hashem, in the name of Hashem, Yahushua. Those are the true names in the ancient Vedic Hebrew, the last one, lost the whole tongue. And I said, Barak Thumb to the elders, Aqua, as we lifting up the names of Yahweh Yahushua, Yahweh Yahushua, as I meant to say Salakia. And we're going to continue to say the ball to Babylon. Until next time, I would say Kwam Yasharala in the ball, Kwam Yasharala, Shalom, Rise Israel.